and I am back talking about some healthy foods that we should eat to help our bodies stay strong and healthy. Everybody remembers this poster right here. Can somebody remind me or shout out, tell me what's the name of this poster right here? My Plate. You got it, right? Does anybody remember how many food groups, what we like to call colors, are on this My Plate? Can you see me count? You got it. There are 5 colors or 5 food groups on this My Plate. We've talked about a lot of them in the circle part. Today we're going to talk about this little guy right here, this blue guy. It's a little tough for you to see, but can anybody tell me the name of this blue group right here? You're right, the dairy group. Say dairy, dairy. You got it, the dairy group. Now the dairy group does not have as many different foods as some of these other groups. It's pretty basic. There's 3 big ones in this dairy group. Can anybody just guess one of the 3 food groups that goes in there? One of these foods is my favorite to eat as a snack, or even I like a nice slice if I'm gonna eat a burger, I put on it. Anybody guess what I'm thinking of? Cheese. Cheese goes in the dairy group. And there's all types of cheeses out there. This one is cheddar cheese. Let's see. When I was little, I used to call this mouse cheese. This is Swiss cheese. I used to call it mouse cheese because I used to think that mice maybe ate the little holes out of here. Because I just couldn't understand, why is there holes in cheese? But this is Swiss cheese. Let's see, what other cheese do I have? Oh, I have another little cheddar cheese. I have, one of my favorite snacks, string cheese. I love to pinch and peel the string cheese off for a snack. I have Parmesan cheese. My daughter loves to sprinkle this on her noodles. Or I have mozzarella cheese. This is great on pizza cheese. And I think that's it, but there's so many other cheeses. There's a cheese called Munster cheese, or I like to call it monster cheese. There's a cheese called Gouda, which is one of my favorites. But there are so many different cheeses that we can eat. So we have cheese, we just covered, there's a lot of cheese in the dairy group. What is something we drink that might come or go in the dairy group? You got it. Milk, right? Milk also goes in the dairy group. So I have regular old milk. I have some, let's see, chocolate milk. That would count. I have strawberry milk. Stick that guy in there. Oh, here's another chocolate milk, kind of like the one you get at school. For 2%. There's 2%, there's fat-free, there's whole milk, there's skim milk, there's all different variety of milks that we can drink. Oh, I found another one here. And they are all part of the dairy group. So we have milk in the dairy group, we have cheese in the dairy group. There's one more I'm thinking of. This one, we usually eat it, you can eat it as a snack, you can eat it for breakfast. A lot of times at school you would get it for breakfast and it would come in a little container and you would eat it with a spoon. And it's usually, I think at school, the flavor strawberry banana. But you could buy it in any different flavor. There's vanilla, strawberry, blueberry, mango, any flavor you wanted to. It comes in a little container and you gotta eat it with a spoon and it has the yuck sound. What am I thinking of? You got it. Yogurt, right? So right here I have strawberry yogurt, vanilla yogurt. There, we got 2 vanilla yogurts. Stick those guys in there. All right, so those are our basic dairies: milk, cheese, and yogurt. Now, there's a couple other ones in there that could be considered in the dairy group. One is cottage cheese. It's kind of in our cheese group. It's almost like a yogurt, almost, and it like has a cheese consistency. My daughter loves cottage cheese. So we're gonna stick that in there. There's also, there's a few dairy that are kind of considered sometimes dairy foods because they are made from dairy, but they also contain a lot of sugar. What am I thinking of that we love to eat, especially in the summertime, that would be made from milk and is so delicious but has a lot of sugar? You're right, ice cream, right? I have ice cream or frozen yogurt or a milkshake. So they go in the dairy group, but we kind of say they're a sometimes food. We don't want to eat them all the time because they have a lot of sugar. And one final one we're going to put in that's also kind of in our sometimes is pudding, right? Pudding is also made with milk, so it can be a dairy, but it does have a lot of sugar too. But we'll stick that in there because we're going to talk about why these dairies are so good for us. So dairy is so good for us because it has something in it that helps what is inside our body. What is inside our bodies that helps us to walk, to sit, to move, to run. And without it, it's in our bodies and it's hard. And without it, we would just be like Jello, walk around like, what is it? What do you think I'm talking about? Bones, you got it, right? Dairy helps our bones stay really healthy. There's something in the dairy that helps our bones stay healthy, and it is called calcium. Say calcium. Let me hear you say calcium. You got it. Calcium is in milk, cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese. It's in our calcium is in milk, cheese, and our yogurt, and it helps our bones stay really healthy. Now, there are also some bones that are kind of tricky. We can see them, but we need a mirror to see them. This is a trick question. What are the only bones in our bodies that we can see, but we need a mirror to see them? You're right. Your teeth. Your teeth are actually bones too. So I know, it's crazy. So it's really important to make sure we get a lot of calcium to keep our teeth really healthy. And I know a lot of you right now are losing some of your teeth, right? So those new teeth that come in, we want them to be extra, extra strong. So we want to make sure you get a lot of calcium in your body to keep those nice pearly white teeth strong. Let's take a look at something kind of cool. Right here, I have this bone. I'm gonna come real close. Can you see in this bone that there are little tiny holes in it? Crazy, right? Our bones all have these little tiny holes in them, and that makes our body like flexible and able to move. And we want those holes to stay nice and small. So it's really important to eat a lot of calcium to keep our bones or those little holes nice and small. Now, over a long time, if we don't have enough calcium, the holes get a little bigger in our bones. See how they get a little bit bigger? This is when we get older if we don't have enough calcium. And what do you think happens? If we fall over and we have these holes are a little bit bigger, and maybe we trip and we fall, our bones can break a lot easier, right? And we don't want that to happen. So it's important to try to keep our bones really healthy and have a lot of calcium. Okay? Now, one might be thinking, we talked a lot about all of these foods that are in the dairy group, and what if, like me or some other of your friends, can't have milk, cheese, or yogurt? There's a special term for that, and it's called lactose intolerant. That means our bellies kind of like can't handle a lot of milk, cheese, and yogurt. And when we eat them, it kind of makes our bellies like really hurt, and that happens to me too. So how do we get our calcium? Oh, you guys are smart. There's a lot of different milks out there too that we could try that are alternatives to milk, cheese, and yogurt. There's soy milk, or almond milk, or oat milk, or lactate-free milk that can help, that people can get their calcium and still they can get their, so people can still get their calcium from those milks if they choose to, those soy milk or almond milk or whatever alternate milk. What's also really cool are there are some vegetables that give us a lot of calcium. See, I told you vegetables and will always help us, and they help us in so many ways. It's pretty crazy that they also give us calcium. Some special vegetables help to do this. Vegetables like broccoli and spinach, vegetables that are really dark and green and leafy. Kale is another big one. And spinach and broccoli, they give us a ton of calcium to help our bones stay really healthy. Pretty cool, right? So we could eat vegetables And we can eat our milk, our cheese, our yogurt, or our soy milk, or our almond milk, or whatever we choose to help give our bodies a lot of calcium to keep our bones and our teeth strong. Guess what? There's even a third way to keep our bones really healthy. Anybody guess? I'll give you a clue. Not only do we have to eat healthy every day, what do we also have to do every day to keep our bodies healthy? You got it. Exercise. There are 3 types of exercises that keep our body fit. One of them is strength exercises. So that's when we're kind of like singling out one muscle. So one example could be like right here, weights, right? We're only kind of working on one muscle. Am I working on my leg muscles? No. Okay? Another type of exercise is called weight bearing. So that's something where we are using all of our weight. We're supporting all of our weight by our feet. So an example of that will be running, playing soccer, football, where we're running and we're on our 2 feet and we're supporting all our weight. An example that would not be weight bearing is like swimming, because we're kind of floating when we swim, or riding a bike because we're sitting, okay? The third kind of exercise there is aerobic. Kind of tricky word. Say aerobic. Nice. Aerobic is when we get our heart pumping really fast. So that can also be running, right? But then it could be swimming, because swimming we get our heart pumping fast. It could be bike riding if we're pedaling really fast. Anything that's just getting our heart pumping. Now, what exercise helps build a lot of calcium is weight-bearing exercise. So that's anything that's supporting our weight. So running, jump roping, walking, playing football, soccer, anything we're supporting our weight is gonna help build calcium. So pretty cool. We have 3 ways we can build calcium in our bones. Through dairy, through dark green vegetables, or through exercise. All right, so what do you think we're gonna do now? You got it. We're gonna do some weight-bearing exercise. All right, let's get up. All right, let's do some exercises. The first thing I want everybody to do is run in place. Faster, 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 and stop. Awesome. All right, the next thing I want everybody to do is pretend we're skiing. So I want your feet to stay close together, and I want you to kind of jump side to side like we're skiing. And you can even pretend, if you want, we're going downhill and we have some ski poles. So we gotta move with our ski poles like this. Okay, ready? And faster. And stop. Nice. All right, the next one I want you to do, is, all right, the next one I want you to do is pretend you got your fake jump rope and do some jumping. If you got some tricks, 1 foot, 2 feet, other foot. Oh, you're probably way better jumper than I am. Jump, 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 faster, 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 faster. You got it. Another awesome weight-bearing calcium exercise is so simple. Jumping jacks. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our bones. Nice job. All right, awesome job with those weight-bearing exercises that helped our bones gain some calcium. The last thing we're going to talk about is all of these dairy groups are stored in one place. Where do we keep all these foods? Milk, cheese, yogurt, even ice cream, pudding. Where are they all kept? You're right, in the refrigerator, right? So it's really important that when we take, say, milk out, we put it back in the refrigerator right away. We don't just leave it on the counter, right? And then come back a couple hours later. Because then it can go bad, and that can really hurt our stomachs. Has anybody ever smelt bad milk before? Ugh, gross. Right, we never ever want to drink bad milk. It'll really hurt our stomach. Or have you ever seen on cheese, if it's really old, there'll be some mold on there? Right, we do not want to eat that mold. That will also hurt our stomach. So it's really important to make sure that we properly keep our milk, our cheese, and our yogurt in the refrigerator, and then things like our special sometimes foods, ice cream and frozen yogurt, they stay in the freezer, right? Okay, we're gonna play a little game, okay? I'm gonna read you some stories, and if you think that they are eating or drinking the food safely, I'm gonna give you can give a thumbs up. If you think they're not properly eating or drinking or storing their milk or cheese or yogurt the correct way, you can give a thumbs down. Make sense? Okay, so it'll be like a quick little story, and then you say thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, and we'll see if they're being safe or not. You just came home from school and you're really thirsty. You go to the refrigerator and you drink right out of the milk carton. Is that being safe or not? Not. You got it. It's not a good idea to drink right out of the carton because you could pass your germs to anybody else in the house that goes to then take that carton of milk and drink milk out of it later, right? Gross. Get a glass and pour that milk into a glass. All right, next one. You helped unpack the groceries after you went shopping. You put the milk in the refrigerator right away. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, you got it. That's way to keep it cold. Okay, next one. You forgot to put the cottage cheese in the refrigerator last night. It looks good for breakfast, so you eat some. Good? Not good. Ew, not good. The cottage cheese has germs because we forgot to put it in the refrigerator and it sat out all night. So it might not be safe, even though it looks safe. All right, 2 more. There's some mold on the cheese you want for a snack. You decide to eat something else and you tell a grown-up about the mold. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, definitely. A grown-up can get rid of the cheese, and it was so smart that you ate something else. Okay, last one. Someone forgot to put the milk back in the refrigerator. You want to use some for your cereal, but the container of milk doesn't feel cold. You decide to eat some toast instead of cereal and milk. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up. Way to think, right? The milk must have been left out and it's not cold anymore, so it could have some germs in it. Awesome job with that. You guys are so smart. Not only did we learn today how to keep our dairy foods safe by keeping them in the refrigerator, we learned that dairy foods help give us calcium for strong bones and teeth, that exercise also helps give us some of that calcium, and some special dark green vegetables. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to see you in person. Bye guys, stay safe and healthy.